We travelled for 4 days and 554 kilometres through the beautiful countryside of northern Vietnam. All via public transport in search of one insane waterfall. Hello guys, Ryan here and welcome back to the One Shot Adventures channel. I'm here at the Ban Gioc Waterfall in northern Vietnam, probably the most beautiful waterfall in the whole country. And the question I want to ask in this film is, why doesn't anybody come here? The truth is, it's a little far away from just about everything. Ban Gioc is a collection of waterfalls that sit on the far northern border of Vietnam and China. And it's a pretty remote place to get to from either side, making the whole journey a pretty epic adventure. Getting to Ban Gioc without a motorbike definitely requires some patience. The first leg of our trip took us from the centre of Hanoi towards the northern city of Cao Bang, a 7-hour coach ride through the mountains. Late in the day, we were dropped in the middle of Cao Bang city, which feels a little bit like Hanoi but without any tourists. We chose to break up our journey here because it's still another 85 kilometres to the falls. The next morning we got up early and swapped our luxury coach for a small, rickety local bus. Not only did it get driven like a bloody rally car through the twisting mountain roads, but it also stopped constantly, acting as a sort of postal service for the more remote villages. They were loading and unloading packages almost every 10 minutes, which was pretty fun to watch. The views of the greenery and the karst mountains only got better as the journey went along. And 2 very bumpy hours later, we arrived in the village of DAM THUY, which I'm almost definitely not pronouncing right. Well, we are definitely off the beaten path now. Our time in this area was pretty special. It's so quiet and disconnected from any sort of tourist infrastructure. The best and most affordable places to stay in this area are in the village homestays. Simple houses made from stone and wood that have an open-planned communal feeling. We were welcomed in by the family right away and we felt so at home here. And I think we actually became unofficial babysitters by the time we left. We've arrived at the homestay, which is really, really nice, and it's only a half an hour walk to the waterfall from there. But we've decided we're not going to see that today. We're going to wait until tomorrow morning because it is Sunday today and it does tend to get a lot busier on weekends with domestic tourists. So instead, we're going to check out this cave, which is just a kilometre from the village. Nguom Ngao Cave is an extremely beautiful spot. It's 45,000 dong per person to get in, and I think it's just down here. It is definitely not the easiest cave to get into. You almost have to crawl through this tiny gap in the rock. But once you're inside, the rock formations are absolutely stunning. There are so many caves to visit in Vietnam, but trust me, this is one of the best. We spent that evening talking to the locals and some other travellers too. Some of them were actually part of a film crew who were there to shoot an advert for the local area. So we got to watch them film some live music, which was a really nice surprise. just popped out for a little walk. Check out the morning views. It's incredible here. Today is waterfall day, but there are a couple things we want to see on the way there, so let's get to it. The falls are only a few kilometers from the homestay, so we decided to set off on foot. So just down the road from the waterfall is a temple up on the hill, and it's supposed to have amazing views over the falls, so we're going to climb up here and get our first view. God, it's steep. So here we are, our first view of the waterfall. Straight across from here, on the other side of the river, is China. The waterfall sits right on the northern border. So on this side of the river, you've got boats from Vietnam, and on the other side, you've got boats from China, and they're not allowed to pass down the middle. Okay, we've waited long enough. Let's get to the main event. It costs 45,000 dong to get in, and then you walk through this market first, and on the other side is the waterfall. This is awesome. From the Vietnamese side, you get 2 waterfalls for the price of 1. And honestly, the falls over to the side are arguably much more impressive than the central ones. So we've seen it from the land, it's time to get a little bit closer. It's getting a bit wet. Woo! I've got to say, for somewhere so beautiful, it really is surprising how quiet it is. There's waterfalls I've been to which are much less impressive than this, and it's absolutely packed. So it wouldn't surprise me if in the next few years this gets a lot more popular. But right now, it's a bit of a hidden gem. Ban Gioc Waterfall is spectacular. But honestly, it was everything else that made our time there so special. The untouched scenery, the friendly, welcoming people, and the epic, winding journey through the mountains made it something we'll never forget. Next time, we head to the world-famous lantern town of Hoi An, which I absolutely hated. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.